You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take it.
All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail about the student loans, right? Both sides have a legitimate point. You have an older side saying, listen, the young people actually need to be responsible for their decisions. And the young people are like, listen, it costs you a whole lot less to go down this path than it costs me. They both have legitimate points. I graduated college in the early 2000s, and the prices were going up at that particular point, but it wasn't what it is now, So it might cost you probably roughly $5,000 a semester, depending on how you do it, anywhere from, I would say, 5,000 to 16,000. Now, it can go anywhere from 10 to 40 a semester, So that's a big jump. And though both sides have a point, here's where I think a lot of this stuff gets in the way. You got a lot of people who didn't want to listen before they went to college. They didn't want to listen. They didn't want to try to apply themselves to get scholarships or whatever. And I think this is the two generational things, because if when I was younger you didn't apply yourself and you didn't try to get a scholarship and you got accepted, you knew it was automatic. You were gonna work. You're gonna have a job to pay for this stuff. So you're gonna have to work. You're probably gonna get some help. You're probably gonna get some financial aid, but you're gonna have to work also. And everything is gonna cost you. So if you decide to take that spring break trip and you use your student loans to do it, that's a you problem. If you decide you want to go shopping or get a car or get a nicer apartment or use that refund check to do something that you think is grown, that's on you. You're going to have to pay that money back. Now, the stereotype is the people who millennials, Gen Z or whatever, y'all playing. Y'all know the prices are going up, and the price is going up, and you still playing. I need help. No, you didn't need, and that's the callousness of it. Look, when you were BSing in college, when you were going and dropping out and going back and dropping out and going back, or being academically put on academic probation, or taking all day to graduate because you didn't feel like it, and you racked up, high 5 figures or 6 figures worth of student loan debt in an occupation you knew already wasn't going to pay that much. No, you don't need forgiveness. You need to stop being stupid. Oh, I went here and I did that and I did this and I partied here and I used some of my money to get high. That's, you studied all these books, and then when people ask you a question in a field that you worked in and graduated in, you don't know what you're doing. So people are looking at it like you're wasting time and wasting money, not just other people's, but your own and money as far as student loan debt. So that becomes the problem. You say, oh man, y'all did the same thing. Yeah and no. Like, there was an understanding. If you F this up, it's on you. Because people couldn't afford, when it was cheaper, people couldn't afford to go to school and just on a general basis and call home for help. You were on your own. You were pretty much on your own. So this idea that people could call back, that was even, as I went to 2 HBCUs, people just being able to call home and them just bail you out that was a rare thing. That wasn't a thing, especially in our community. So this idea that you know, you can do it halfway, your parents can help you bail it out, then the government will bail you out. And on top of that, you know, when they had the generation, well, you know, shit, yeah, you could say generation of people who graduated college but moved back in with their parents. That's not what you're supposed to go to college for. But the loans is killing me. I do not care. Get out in the world, get an apartment, get a cheap apartment, get a studio apartment, do whatever you got to do. But you're not supposed to do, you know, spend all that time to go to school to get all that education and quote unquote be grown to move back home because you're scared of having to deal with the fact that you're broke. That's stupid. So, can student loans be an albatross? Absolutely. But don't say you want to run around and I want to be like Barack Obama. He was on a presidential election, basically, campaign, running for president and still paying student loans. Y'all forget about that part. You know, that's kind of like the difference between generations at this point. So what you got to do is you got to actually deal with the reality of the situation and get it together, because people are tired of that. People are very much so tired of, you know, young adults wanting to bail out for everything, but y'all not bailing these adults out that got to bail you out at all. You're just using and using and using and using. Y'all partying too much. That's just what it is. And, you know, you want a bailout for partying. That people don't like that. Just saying. You know, but like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.